Hey guys, this is Sydney Tillman, and again, as promised, I told you guys I was going to shoot a short video to go over some things that a lot of you have been inboxing me about. Um, I have been kind of missing in action, just working on my meal plan and building my business. However, you guys have blown my inbox completely up, and with 5,000 questions, and that's okay. But I just wanted to put out a video because a lot of you have been asking me the same things. Um, so just to kind of give a quick overview of the HCG program and the do's and don'ts, how it works, everything like that, and how it can help you, um, what you can do to stall your progress, basically everything. Okay, so before I get into that, I want to make. Oh, let me fix my hair. I'm sorry. I want to make one thing perfectly clear. HCG is made for everyone, but everyone is not made for HCG. I know a lot of times, in TLC, people get so caught up in before and after pictures of people's progress and how everybody's doing. However, me personally, Sydney, do not feel that everybody should do HCG. There is a lot of um, I put time into this. Planning my meals. Um, it takes a lot of discipline that most people don't have. I'm gonna be all the way real, and the reason why I say that is because um, this is for a period of time. It's not just like, normally the people will do it for 21 days up to 40 days. So especially when you're doing phase two and even after phase two, which is the 500 calories, that you have to consume. A lot of people think that it just stops there, but it's stuff you have to do even after, the 500 calorie to 21 to 40 days that you have to do. Even still, that's very restricted and limited to how you eat and your diet basically. And I'll get into that. So, again, as I said, I do think that anybody can. I think that HCG is made for everybody. Natural. It's all natural. Anybody can do it. However, it's not something that I would recommend for everyone. Um, so anyway, let me just go ahead and get started. Okay, so HCG is broken up into phases. These phases are different days, and you have to do different things within the phase. Phase one. Okay. Um, I'm coming to you from the comfort of my lovely plush bed. Okay. Phase one is the loading days rather. Some people will say 2 days. Scott Ben recommended I do 3, and I listened to him. And this, and he's right. He said that this is probably the most important or close to it. You would probably be like, why? It doesn't make sense. Loading days is when you eat any and everything that you love times 3, 4, whatever. Okay. Like he told me, and I said in my previous video, I love macaroni and cheese, okay? I've always loved macaroni and cheese. He told me to eat 3. That's what I did. Okay, so for those 3 days, you consume everything under the sun that you love, okay? Um, the reason why this is so important is, and it's required, is because you have to overeat and overstuff yourself, just so that it'll increase your weight loss progress. Um, it helps you restore reserve fat. So the HCG can target how you store fat, and it can break that fat down. Okay, I'm not a physician, but this is what I've been told, and it seems to be true. Okay, so your loading days, do not like play around with that. Don't just eat what maybe a meal here, or the 2 meals there, or you eat one time a day, and then you that one time you may just have a triple cheeseburger. No, have 3 triple cheeseburgers. Like, it may sound It may sound foolish, but it's for your best benefit. The reason why I lost 20 pounds in 10 days is because I took that phase one serious, okay? I went ham, literally. Like, your girl went off. And I think that's what helped me to lose that amount of weight in that short amount of time, okay? Because I I overdid it. Like Scott told me to. I overdid it. So with that fourth day, when I started the 500 calories, my body went bam, and I lost in 10 days. I lost 20 pounds. Just and I think that's what gave me that boost. Okay, so do not take phase one lightly. Like, really go hard, eat everything you love to eat, and you have to remember you're about to do this phase two for 3 weeks to 6 weeks or whatever. So those foods that you love to eat, you will not be able to eat that. So go ahead and take advantage and have your last, hoorah, whatever. Okay, because you got to cut that out. Okay, so let's move into phase two, which everyone knows is the. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I get into phase two, you're not just eating in phase one. You do have to do the 10 drops 3 times a day, okay? And that's something that, a lot of you had asked. You were just thinking, oh, I just got to eat. No, you still have to do the drops. So I would do, 10 drops a day under my tongue, and I would hold it there for like 5 minutes. I think the pamphlet says for up to 15 minutes. I ain't doing all that. But I held the drops for 5 minutes under my tongue, and then and then I took the food 30 minutes afterwards. Now, you cannot eat 30 minutes before you take the drops. You need to eat 30 minutes after you take it, and you can't drink anything 15 minutes before you take it or 15 minutes after. You have to let your glands and stuff I guess not dry back up, but you don't want to drink anything that'll decrease what the HCG is doing while it's in your mouth, basically. Okay, so anyway, now let's move to phase two, which is the 500 calories, or the LCD, which is low calorie diet. Okay, this phase is very important. Okay, I've learned a lot in this phase. Okay, it says 500 calories, but I don't count calories. What I did was one of the first things that Mr. Scott Bent told me to do was get a scale. So I went to Walmart. I got a scale. It's like $5. Or you can get like a measuring cup, and it has how many ounces or whatever like on the side of it. Okay, so you can do that. But anyway, get a scale. Okay. You start the phase two on the 4th day. You still do the drops, but this is when you start the calories. I do not eat breakfast. I drink water. I drink coffee. I had tea. Girl ran out. Okay. But that's what I do for breakfast. Okay. But like I said, I don't count calories. I just measure my foods. Here's a quick overview of what you can eat in phase two. For fruits, you have to have 2 different fruits a day. You cannot have, if you have apples for lunch, you can't have apples for dinner, or oranges, or vice versa, whatever. Don't mix your fruit either. 2 different fruits, 2 times a day, okay, at 2 different times. Example, if you have an apple, 1 medium apple, one orange. If you have a grapefruit, you can only eat half of it. You can't eat the whole grapefruit, only half. And 6 large strawberries. So that's just an overview, but in the group, or with the we have a list of like what you can and can't eat. That's just a quick overview of fruits. But the main thing is that you cannot have the same thing twice a day. No beans, no carrots, no corn, no pumpkin, no potatoes, no grains, no peas, none of that. Like, I didn't know. Somebody had to tell me. As a matter of fact, my husband told me this. I love corn. I would think, oh well, I can eat green beans and corn. Corn breaks down into sugar in your body. Can't have that. So if there are certain things on the list that tells you that you can't have this, or it's certain things that say, and we all know that we can't have sugar, and there are certain things that it may say you can't eat this or you can't eat that, it's a reason for that. Just because you would think, oh, it's a vegetable or it's healthier, it's not like I'm eating French fries, doesn't mean that it coincides with the plan of the diet, basically, or it coincides with what HCG does for you while you're doing this diet. Okay, so meats. Let's get to meats. Okay, lean meats. Um, they will tell you, 3.5 ounces. Me, I did 4. Um, but I mean, 3.5 is fine, and it needs to be uncooked. So don't cook your food and then weigh it down. No, you can do weigh your meats uncooked first. So do 3.5 ounces, and like I said, in a measuring cup or any type of measuring thing you have. And you can have chicken breast, lean beef. Okay, make sure it's lean if you choose to eat beef. White fish, so any type of tilapia, any type of white fish. You can have lobster, shrimp, and scallops. Okay, no tuna, no pork, none of that. Okay. Drinks, water, tea, and coffee. That's it. I mean, and I would say, the Iaso tea, because even green tea has sugar. Some green teas have sugar in it. So I wouldn't recommend just read what you're doing. No artificial sweeteners, no sweet and low, um no drinks that say diet. Okay, I don't care if it say 0 calories. It still may have something added to it, and you can't have that. So, to be clear, just water, Iaso tea, and coffee. And that's what you'll have for the next 40 days. Okay. Um, you can have stevia. You can have one of my favorites is sea salt. I like sea salt a lot. I've learned you can have pepper, 100% garlic. No seasoned salt, no Tony Chachere's, no Cajun, whatever, like, the stuff that tastes good. Can't have any of that. Or any type of powdered seasonings, I would say stay away from. If it doesn't say 100% organic or something like that, I would not even try it. I've been sticking to sea salt. No cooking sprays, which I know is in your mind. You're like, oh, I gotta cook my meat. Let me go get the spray. Don't do it. Um, no cooking sprays, no butters, no margarines, no oils. Do no oils at all. Period. That will mess you. That mess you smooth up.